Before we
They used
go
to do that in Miami.
and close out the show, I had one last topic I wanted to discuss. Did you guys hear about the teacher in the Montessori school that had her classroom do blackface? I guess you didn't, because look at your face. And
Here in good old Massachusetts.
Yep.
Don't
had her
say
classroom
that.
do blackface
What was the purpose of that?
for Black History Month.
Yeah.
And then her announcement to the school's apology was to whoever got offended, to whoever was offended.
It's almost like to whom this may concern.
Right, type shit.
All right, so let's bring this back. So she is a
Well, she got fired.
Run by a white
She got fired.
Oh,
she's a queer teacher.
She did get fired, and the school got closed.
She's a queer.
Oh,
Yes, the school got
I did hear about
closed
that.
down.
Because that was the part that
Is
had me
the
like,
school
what?
like
They
in the
closed down the whole
suburbs or
school?
something?
Yes,
The
it was a
blackface and shut down the
Montessori
school.
It
It's
was
a
a
predominantly.
it was a Montessori school in
Okay.
either Needham or Newton.
I think it's Needham.
I think it was Needham. A Montessori school in Needham. One of the teachers for Black
Yo.
History Month had the kids do blackface as a project.
Was there any?
I think the school was called like
African-American
ICS or
children
whatever.
in that
It had
class?
to be African American children in the class for it to get reported.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Because
well, I mean,
another
not
club
even in the
posted a
class, all
picture.
it
They
could just be-
posted the picture like on their like
school website.
not in their
page?
website, but you know they have apps for parents.
Mhm.
So it's like, look at what we did. And they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I know the fuck you did not.
Was there blackface on the? I mean, it doesn't matter. But like,
But they got, the
was there
teacher got fired.
blackface on the African American kid? Like, was it one of those like, hey,
Yo,
we're
I'm
from
they
the-
down
didn't.
with Tima.
So one, they can't show
I
the
just,
kids.
I'm just trying to understand, yo.
Of
So they didn't
course.
show
So,
No, but
kids.
she said it was on the app. That's like,
That's how the parents found out.
right. Okay.
Tima
So if
wants
this-
to know, did they paint the black kids too? That's what she wants
Probably,
to know.
yes. It was a project. So it was like a
They
piece of
can't
paper.
single out the black
and
kids
they
like you
made-
can't do this at
right.
Oh,
I mean, they may.
No, they all
The
had
fact
to
that
do blackface.
they had the audacity
Yeah,
So
to
they
even
told
do
the
it in the
black
first
kids.
place.
It was
They
in
made
Newton.
it like, yeah,
They could have been like, you're authentic.
we're
There
trying
it
to
is.
make, yeah, right.
They could have been like, you're
Right.
authentically black. You don't have to do this.
It was in Newton.
So yes, it was in Newton, and they got the kids' faces blurred out. Yeah, you can't see it, but you can see the
Oh.
paper plates.
So
You
it's
see
like
the
black
paper plates? It's white paper plates, and they
Oh, so
colored the
everyone had
plates
it.
black. So all the kids in the
Had
class
blackface.
had blackface. So that's not what we were
And then
doing.
doing what? What was the song and dance, or what was the story, or what was the?
That was a project. Whatever. We don't know.
That's how you
So
know
we
people
just
be
gotta
really
be classy
like
and hold up
believing
black
And
face.
that
Yes.
was that
Rhetoric,
meant you were
like-
black. That meant you understood
And that was
Black
it. There was no
History
like,
Month?
oh, Martin Luther King. There was
Hey,
no story
yo!
behind it. It was
King
nothing. It was just.
Alfred.
They got to
Hey,
use
look
yarn
at
and
us!
make the kinky hair and everything.
We don't know. They didn't get into full detail. The article is very brief.
Let me stop.
But I mean, if you
I
want to
have
look into
so
it more,
many
But
questions.
Me
the
too!
only reason why it took off was because one of the parents posted it on Facebook and everybody was like, I know y'all fucking learn.
Of course.
And then
yeah.
it
Wait,
went
she
off from
posted
there.
it with
Wow.
pride, or she posted
No,
it
she's like, what the fuck is this?
She's probably the
Okay.
one that scribbled
Alright,
out the
alright.
faces.
Yeah.
She's definitely had to be the one that scribbled out the faces.
Yeah.
'Cause she
She
knew.
got in trouble for
'Cause she
posting
knew.
other
Of
people's
course.
kids.
Right. But it's just like you have children of color here. Why did you think that was acceptable? Bitch, everybody else is doing coloring sheets of Martin Luther King. Where the fuck did you drop the ball?
That's how
That
you know.
color.
That's how you
We
know.
showed
Where
up
did
did.
we drop the ball?
We showed
a
up
brown
did.
box of Crayola. You got Crayola, got
My
all
son came
shades of
home
brown
and it's
Crayola.
from Martin King
But
Jr.
this is why people
Black
ask the
History
question.
Month.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the story? Like, what did they do with it? Okay, so we did
They're
that,
not
and then
going
what?
to
It
put
was
the rest
nothing
They're not.
more.
They're
They
not
didn't tell us.
going
So they just had them
So,
to do black.
It doesn't
That's
even matter.
crazy.
And then issued a to whom it may concern apology.
Okay.
The apology
Yeah,
was
because you know
terrible.
what? At this point, it doesn't
If
even
you
matter.
were offended,
If
That's how you
If
know. That's how you
you
know
took
racism
offense
is a religion.
to the activity
Yeah,
that
like,
took
they really
place,
believe that shit.
Right.
we
But also-
apologize.
But
Boy,
also,
fuck
like, Montessori schools, that's like worse thing, not worse, but aren't they more strict than like Catholic
No.
schools?
No, Montessori school mean they let the kids do whatever.
they
So-
make their own rules.
They make their own. So if the student comes in and the student is like, oh, I'm just tired, they're like, okay, Billy, let's go nap then. If the kid comes in and they're like, oh, I feel like climbing the wall, they're like, all right, Bob,
The
here
child
you
guides
go,
for
let's
them.
make a lap. How do you want to climb this wall? Let's figure out a way for you to climb it. And they make
what
the child
type
use
of school
their
is?
creative skills and they apply it. So whatever the kid wants to do, they pull from them. They get their creative juices flowing. They ask them questions. All right, you want to climb the wall today?
There's no
How you
set
gonna climb the
lesson
wall?
plan. and
That's
things
what
like
art
that.
class and that's what gym class and that's
Nope,
what those
there's
little
no
electives
structure.
They don't
are.
have structure.
There's no structure.
Those
in
are for the
Montessori
parents
school.
that wants to let their child find themselves.
Their way.
So with
The
that being
child that
said-
wants to walk out with 4 different colored shoes and the little boy that
Yes.
wants to come out in a dress.
So with that
Come
being
on, let's
said,
go. That
one of
won't,
my
that they feel won't be
teachers-
accepted in regular school.
one of my teachers from St. Patrick's, which for whatever reason I have her on my Instagram, you know how teachers find you, whatever, cool. Her kids go to a Montessori school, and I didn't really know what a Montessori school was. I thought it was the exact opposite because like the pictures that she used to post, like I'm like, yo, it's
They
like
would like to be perceived that way, but that's
Yeah.
not what they are.
so. I'm like, is it a thing of like, oh, like we're gonna do something, we're gonna put on a show,
No.
and we're not gonna pick the show. We're gonna
You
draw
don't
a
pick
number,
anything.
and
Everything
then the
is
kid
student-led.
decides. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's everything is student led, so like it's not the school really putting on the production, right?
Nope,
It's
it
the,
is.
it's the kid, right?
Mhm.
So then that comes back to like where the kid is coming from, right? Because it's like, you know how you got your serial killers or whatever, or like I was watching something the other day with Mel Gibson, how he was talking about like the Passion of Christ or whatever, and his father was like a anti-Semitic or whatever. So everybody was saying Mel Gibson was the anti-Semitic, and it was catching him in different moments saying the same shit. So it really comes back to the kid or like wherever. Well, I'm not to blame the kid, but still, like, shouldn't the school have some type of
They are.
discretion in
They're
it? Like,
nurturing the creative mind.
Yeah.
They're nurturing.
but what
They're
if they're
nurturing.
serial killers?
They're
This is what
nurturing.
I'm saying.
They gotta
What
put
if
the
they're
spin on
destructive? What if they're destructive in the school?
No, then
Like,
they
yeah, right.
If it's a destructive behavior, they redirect it.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it's positive, then they'll pull from that. And if it's negative, that's
But
when
how
the
many
therapists come in.
genius serial killers are there out there?
What was
But
the
what
one
if-
where he was hiding the fucking when he killed the people? Then he would put their shit on like the little petri things and then hide it in the in like the ventilation system. What was that series?
Hide it where?
Like
Please tell me.
At
you
his
know what I'm
house?
talking about?
I think
It wasn't
It
Jeffrey
It
Dahmer,
wasn't
right?
Jeffrey
No,
Dahmer.
it was like the white guy, and he would go around killing bad people. Like if he read
Dexter.
an article,
Dexter.
yes, he read an article,
Oh, I never
and
watched
it was
that.
like the person like, okay, this person raped so and so, but he got off.
Like he was
He would
killing for
hunt that
good.
person down, kill them.
He was
And
taught,
then-
he was taught to channel his sickness to do that.
It's
Right.
like you.
Right. So that's
It's
that
like you.
Oh.
But he found a way to do good with it. Like he
All right,
found
y'all.
a way to like.
We are at an
He is
hour.
habit.
We don't want to keep the people too long. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Anyone